Welcome to the Nadia Sahari Show. I have a new guest that I just met for the first time, and it's so wonderful to meet face to face on Zoom. And one day it'll be nice to actually see each other face to face. But I would like to tell you that Victoria is an actress, she's a director, and she is now brand new writer. And she was just telling me the story, so we're going to share it with you. Help me to welcome Victoria Stevens to the Nadia Sahari Show. Welcome.
Thank you. It's so
Hi.
much fun to be here.
Hi, yeah, I'm glad you're here. I've been looking forward to interviewing you anyways, and because I saw your credits and I saw that you played cop, and when I saw your pictures before I even knew you played cops, I said, she would make a great police officer. And here you send me a picture while you're on set dressed as a cop, and I'm going, oh my gosh, she is.
Yes, it's amazing how many cop roles I do get. But the funniest thing is when I actually act on set with real cops,
Yes.
they keep telling me how I missed my calling. I should have been a cop. And I was like, maybe that's a good thing that I come off that way. But I was like, oh no, that's a lot of years of school I have to take. But it's really nice. Like I got to play so many cop roles, but with real cops. I think that was just amazing. You know, it was like the 21 Bridges that was shot here in Philadelphia. I was a cop on that movie, and it was so funny just following the footsteps of real cops. I think that was fun.
That is cool. That is so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have two brothers that were police officers. One was a SWAT team officer.
Oh wow.
He was, I mean, he's a tough guy, and he's like 5'6" or something, 5'7", and he's so tough. Oh my God, he fought 10 men at one time. I mean, he is tough. He's a Marine. I can't say former Marine because if I say that, he'll say, no, once a Marine, always a Marine. Okay, excuse me.
That's so funny. I give him kudos though, like going through the Marine and the Army and stuff. My friend, she's in sergeant, and I give them kudos because that's a lot of training and a lot of, consistency.
Yes.
And it's like I couldn't keep track of her schedule. I was like, what are you doing? So amazing.
It is. It's incredible. So let's talk about your films. Now, you said you're in Philadelphia. Are you there filming right now? Is that what you're doing?
So I currently live in Philadelphia. I'm a mover. So I used to live in Jersey, and then I moved to Philly, and I constantly am commuting back and forth to New York and Maryland and DC. And I travel a lot. But right now in Philly, I have 3 films that I'm working on. They're going to be shooting in November, so that's going to be fun. One is Benevolence, and that film I think is going to be my favorite so far.
Did you say
Deliverance? Yeah.
Of a theater movie?
It's an independent, so an independent film. Yeah,
I was thinking of the one Burt Reynolds was in.
Right. I wish they were redoing. Yeah, no, this is an indie, but yeah, same title, but not the same concept.
No,
but
good thing. Ooh,
yeah, right.
That's really weird.
That'd be crazy.
Out.
I know. But the good thing is, like, I'm lead on that one. But the one thing that I love challenging roles, and they gave me a challenging role where I am playing an older woman, so they're going to age me, and I also have Alzheimer's.
Oh.
So that character is going to be difficult because I've, of course, never experienced Alzheimer's, but I've had a grandmother who had Alzheimer's. So I'm utilizing what I saw from her and how she acted to bring this character out. But I'm excited because I love challenges.
Oh, and I saw that you're Meisner trained. I am too. I love Meisner. And
I tried the method. I've tried that for I think it's 3 years, and I understand some of it, but some of it I couldn't wrap my head around. I'm like, I don't get it. So Meisner really hit home for me. What I do is I use what I liked from Method and what I have with Meisner, and then I put it together, and that's mine.
You know, I've taken so many acting classes and they all teach a different method. And when I first got into this, I thought to myself, okay, they're all teaching all these different methods. Which one do you use?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And like with which role, you know?
exactly. And
So
I paid thousands and thousands of dollars. And I thought, well, how am I gonna know which one to use? And which one, you know, I got so confused. And
yeah,
then I stuck with Meisner.
I liked Meisner a lot too.
I do,
Definitely. I think it's because if you're an emotional person,
yes,
I think it helps a lot.
yes.
If you're not that emotional, I don't think Meisner could help.
Well, I'm emotional.
Yeah. It's like that hits home.
Oh, yes. All I have to do is think about my cats and cry.
Oh. Oh, that's so fun.
Let's talk about now your dream. Was this your dream to be an actress? And when was this dream? What age did you have this dream?
Yeah, so when I started out younger, like in elementary school, believe it or not, my thought process was I was going to be a social worker, is where I need to be, you know? And then when I got closer into college, I found film and TV.
Uh,
I was addicted. I was like, that's it. You know, theater was fun. I love it. You know, I always go back to theater, but film and TV were just where my emotional stance is, you know, so like I'm more internalized when I act than being overly out there, you know. So it really worked out. So I started basically when I was 6. And ever since then, I'm like, you know what? I need to keep going. Everyone tells me, when is it too much? You know, like how long are you going to go? I'm like, this is a necessity. This is not like I'm going to try this out. You know, I just when I'm acting, that's where I feel the more comfortable. I feel at home and just it like livens me. You know.
yes, yes, I do understand. Uh, you and acting is like you really need to love what you're doing. You really need to love the character. You really need to really love everything about it to really be into the character. It's you being somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's
Exactly.
cool. And I had my dream to be an actress was at 10, and then
Oh,
when I went to junior high, they put me on stage to sing in sailor suits. Three of us friends.
oh that's awesome.
We sing "Anchors Away,"
I love it.
and then I wanted to be a singer.
See? Yes. Because
But
it's all about show business, you know?
oh,
You just
it is. It is. And
fun.
what is it? There's something about it that makes us want that I don't know what it is, but it's like acting, singing, music. I mean, there's something innate in us that makes us want that, or maybe it's something that happens in our childhood or that we missed
Right.
or something. I don't know, but
Right.
we all have that dream and that craving.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, and the craziest thing is some people who are like shy or, you know, or they're definitely not like this, you know, put yourself out there person. They look at us and like, I don't know how you do this day after day after day, you know? But it's like it takes a very specific person, you know. I think it's like personality type. I feel like all actors have like the same personality type sometimes. You know, we all are so used to rejection. It's just crazy.
Oh, I think that's true. Yes, yes. And rejection doesn't bother me at all.
Not anymore. At first, it used to with me. At first, I'm like, they didn't love me. Why not me? You know.
I think you know how my rejection got cured when I did cold calling for this vitamin company back
Oh my
in
gosh.
the 80s, and they put me in this territory that nobody could sell, and they put me in it, and I was cold calling these tough people, and
Uh-huh.
I got through to them, and then I ended up having the biggest territory of the whole company.
That's great. I
Yeah.
mean, I did cold calling for like a month. but it was just, I mean, we had the scripts, you know, and you called these CEOs and you're like, I know you want this. I don't know why you want this, but I know you want it. I was like, I couldn't force something that they didn't want. I was just like, these people don't want lumber. I'm sorry, you know.
Oh boy, I loved it. I
I
was
love
scared
that's
initially,
great. It's
but
like your thing.
huh?
I was like, it's definitely your thing
Oh
because like
yeah, yeah. I'm a risk taker.
that's cool.
I love taking risks. I like to see what happens. I like to challenge, you know?
That's good to be though sometimes, you know, because if you don't take the risk, you never know if it's going to be or not.
Talk to us about some movies that you've made and were they you played police officer 6 times, I believe you told me.
Yeah, my police officer role was in Shimmer, which is a horror thriller, and that one basically this this being shows up and starts killing people, and the cops have to come in and figure out what is this and how is it killing people and what are we supposed to do about it. And it's called, you know, don't trust the light, you know, because it's part of the Shimmer. And my cop comes in and basically my partner gets killed by this Shimmer, and I'm supposed to be collecting all these glass pieces that used to be him, and I'm
Oh,
like, what is this, you know? So it's good because it's like playing. For me, I love horror and stuff like that because you actually have to envision like this thing in front of you, but it's not there, you know. I love that because it's like you have to like horror is imagination bound the whole way. Like it's so you're so into your imagination, and I love it. So, and with cops, I always love wearing the uniform. It always just works out for me. I just was like when I put the uniform on, I was like, okay, I got this. You know, I'm good.
I think you're right. I think you missed your calling because you feel comfortable in the uniform. And
I do.
yeah, so yeah. Well, it's not too late, probably. You're still a young chick.
Right. The only thing with the cops, so I'm very big on what can I say? I'm very big on like if something happens like crime wise, like I'm very like, you know, justice has to be served type of person, you know? Like I'm not the one who'd be like, I'm not gonna slide it under the door, like something's gonna have to happen, you know? So I probably step over my bounds a little bit.
Well, so you've done musicals, and your dream is to be in a series playing a cop.
Yes, yes. I mean, ultimately, I think that's where I can break into. So, like, I really want to try like NCIS, CSI, you know, one of those type of dramas. Another dream of mine because I'm really strong with my comedy. So I really want to be a serious regular in a sitcom.
Oh,
That would be right down my alley. Comedy is one of my like favorite roles to ever play, like because people tell me I'm natural.
what?
So yeah, casting directors told me, everyone I keep meeting, they're like, you're gonna break in with your comedy, you can break in
Well,
with your comedy.
let's get a little sample here.
What shall we play?
What can we do? What can we do? How do you do it? What do you do? Do you do a character, or what do you do? Have a story?
Usually, well, I do a lot of improv. I do sketch comedy. I write my own sketches.
Ah,
So there is anger management driver who's teaching you how to like deal with your road rage. So that's
mm,
another character type that I play. What else have I done? I've created, trying to think of all my sketches. Another sketch that I created was I do a lot of infomercials.
oh,
So I do jokes off infomercials. So the one infomercial was called Dogdoms. And basically it is dealing with condoms, but all you have to do is buy a dog and then you have it made because they will make sure that you are not in your bed by yourself.
oh
So that's why we call them dogdoms. So we go out and say, please go, you know, adopt a dog.
no.
and therefore you are protected.
Oh no.
Yeah, my brain
Oh,
goes crazy.
we're gonna have to rate this one as an R.
Right?
No
So
kids,
funny.
listen. No kids.
That's so funny.
This is not a family show today.
Yeah, right. Only a little bit. And then the other infomercial I made was a GPS that talks back to you in the emotion that you are in.
Oh,
So, for instance, if you're in a happy, uplifted emotion, then it talks back to you in a happy, uplifted way. If you're angry with your traffic and you're a little bit, in that road rage kind of feel, then the GPS talks you back in the road rage kind of talk. So it mimics what your emotion is.
that is cute. So cute. You're funny.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have to tell me when you're doing comedy. I'll come and watch.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of classes during the pandemic for my improv
Oh,
because they're all online, which is very interesting how to do improv by Zoom.
is it working out that way? I mean,
It's okay. I mean, you can't physically do much. So it's a lot of, working with your computer radius kind of feel. But yeah, it worked out pretty well. It's just like really connecting with your your partner on your Zoom format, because it's like if you're not connected with them, then you can't really play so well.
I
But
took
yeah.
improv. I took improv in Hollywood from Upstart Upstart Citizens Brigade.
Hmm.
Uh,
That's awesome.
yeah, I did that. I love improv.
Yes.
I do.
I think everyone needs a little bit of improv because you never know, like your character might need some of that, and
Yeah.
you have to know like how to be in her and still play.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes. In case
yeah,
you forget the line, you can do the improv and maybe come close.
exactly. Trying to get back to where you started. Yeah, I feel like sometimes like everybody, even celebrities, are gonna have trouble with
Are you
memorization.
kidding? Oh, are you? Yes. Oh, they don't score right there at the first line. No, they do.
Yes.
They do. They forget it. I mean, we're human beings.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine? I mean, the script is what? Could be 90 pages up to 200 pages.
Yes.
You have to memorize your lines and everybody else's so you know when to come in
Yes.
lines because we are human. So,
Hmm.
and well, great. Well, tell the listeners if they have a dream to be a writer, a director, an actress, what would you advise them? How should they begin?
Hmm. I believe to begin with what you want to do is you really want to not put all of your eggs in one basket. You really need to be able to keep an open mind with what job you want to do. And for instance, if you want to be an actor, then be okay with being on set as a PA and learning what is a set about and what you're supposed to do. Like a lot of people, once they want to be something, they're like, oh, I can't take any other roles but this. This is what I want to be. And most of the time, you're not always going to be that. You will change different jobs. You will, and I always say, this is a business where you have to work together and you have to network and not try and take all of the responsibility onto yourself and learn from others and not be like, well, I can't learn from them, or like thinking that you know everything in the beginning. When
That's right. Yeah, you
it's
can't
you
know
have to allow others to teach you
right.
things that you don't know, so that way you can also down the line teach others what so it's like it is definitely a networking business. It's we all help each other out, and
Yeah,
not one person's going to be able to do it all.
and you don't go into it to be famous. You go into it because you love it.
Exactly. I
That's
mean, that's the only way you're going to stick through it, because it is a journey.
oh
It's not a race. you
It's
know.
a journey. It's a journey. Yeah.
Yes. And even though some days I'm like, I don't want to do my day job anymore, but you have to be like, okay, it's okay. There's going to be more rules. We got this, calm yourself down
That's right.
because it's a journey and you have to enjoy the journey. And if you're not enjoying it, then it's not for you,
Yep.
you know.
Like the journey and the destination will be beautiful.
I know. Yes. Especially like when you finally get to where you were always hoping to get.
Yes.
That's going to be the best part. And to know what you had to go through to get there.
That's
It wasn't handed to you on a silver platter. It was you had to work your way there. And that's what it's all about.
exactly. Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. How
Yeah.
can the, listeners reach out to you or ask you questions or find out what you're doing? What's your next project?
Yeah, definitely. Well, they can reach out to me on victoriastevens.org. That's my website. I'm also on IMDb. It's very easy to find me, and my email's up there. And I'm definitely easygoing, so I answer all my emails. So I'm not one to be like, oh, I can't tell them anything. I'm very easygoing. So, and I always say, like, if there's something that I can help other people with, I like helping. So I've done all positions, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. I've done it all, which is good because I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to, I do editing. So that's another big part of my talent, so I always say, if you need help with, your reel and what reel is going to be a good one. And I've studied so much that I finally think I've figured out what a good reel looks like. So,
Well, you're my kind of girl because
yeah.
I love learning. I've been studying all kinds of things. I've been taking classes and listening to other courses, other people's courses that I'm
Mm-hmm.
interested in. I mean, I've sat in this chair 8 hours a day, every day
Yes.
for over a week, taking different sessions and classes, learning, learning, learning. I love it. It's great. I'm glad. Oh,
Yeah. It's fun.
well, thank you. Thank you for being on my show. I appreciate it so much. And I'll
I
have you again. We'll talk about your series because of
yes.
being a police officer, because you're going to
I
get one. You're going to get it. I'm telling
I
you.
think it's
Get it.
we're putting it out there. We're asking God thoroughly. Be like, come on,
Yeah,
help me.
yeah,
I,
I'm already in outer space, so you're going to be there.
you're closer to talking to him than I am. Be like, please reach the stars. Talk.
I think I can reach the stars.
I love it. Oh, it's so great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This is such a fun talk.
Oh, I love it. I know. I love talking with people. It's great. It's the best thing ever.
I
Because
mean, it's
I learned something from you. I learn from everybody that's my guest. And that's why I have the show so that other people will learn also. And everyone
yes.
learns from each other. And it just takes listening and
Mhm.
doing.
Yes. And having a good mindset. I always say it's in the mind. Like, if you're not going to stick with it positively, then you can't have a negative attitude in this industry. It's going to come back and bite you.
Yeah, one wrong word to the wrong person, you're dead in the water.
Yeah. It's like, just be nice. Yeah, it's so fun.
You like it or not, you gotta be nice.
Yeah, it's so true though.
It is. Oh, it's natural for me. I'm nice. I'm nice to
I
everybody.
love it.
But people do get under your skin. You just have to
Hmm.
kind of. I've learned that, and I've learned this in the last 8 months, that you just have to calm down, walk away, pray,
Hmm.
and then it's gone.
Yeah, because what I do is I always think of, why are they acting this way? Are they under stress? Are they, you know, going through a crunch line right now, and their timing, so it's like, it might never be about you why they're getting angry, and you have to always look at what they are going through
Yes.
to bring that onto you, and then not let it affect you. Let
And
it
we
brush
all
off,
have
be like, oh,
problems.
that's him. He's dealing with something, you
Yeah,
know.
we all have problems, and we all bring them to work, or we bring them to other people or whatever. We don't mean to, but it happens. It's just the way it is. We carry our emotions with us. And
Yeah.
so the thing is to control the emotions. That's the key. And
So true.
not let the emotions carry you.
Exactly.
I learned
Especially as actors, because us actors are way too emotional. So we need to pull that back in when we're not when we're not in character.
Well, you're great. I love you. I love
Thank you.
you as my guest. You're amazing.
Oh,
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Have a
thank
great evening.
you.
God bless you.
Yes, and I'll definitely keep in touch because I definitely want to hear more of what's going on.
Oh, yes, we're going to keep in touch. Yes.
There we go. Excellent.
Bye bye, sweetie.
Bye.